What would you say if I revealed a secret capable of doubling your reality? A hidden knowledge over a century old, proven not only by ancient scriptures, but also by one of the greatest researchers of the human mind. Jacobo Grinberg dedicated his life to proving that reality is not fixed, but shaped by your perception and consciousness. Yet long before his research, a book from 1903 had already revealed a code to reprogram your mind and completely transform your life. This code is based on a simple practice, repeating a specific phrase for 21 nights. It may seem simple, but that's exactly how your mind is rewritten and your reality bends to your will. If you feel that something greater is waiting for you, write in the comments, "My mind shapes my destiny," and get ready to unlock one of the greatest secrets of creating reality. Stop for a moment and take a look at your life. Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts, certain things never change? You work hard, seek growth, try new strategies, yet somehow you always end up back where you started. The same challenges, the same limitations, the same frustrating result. Now, imagine that your reality is like a mirror. But this mirror does not only reflect your appearance, it reflects your deepest beliefs, your most repeated thoughts, and the invisible programming installed in your mind since childhood. What if I told you that this mirror could be bent, that you can shape it and recreate your reality exactly as you wish? The truth is that most people live inside an invisible prison. They think they are free, yet their decisions, emotions, and opportunities have already been determined by a hidden code, a mental pattern that defines everything they can or cannot achieve. Jacobo Grinberg, one of the greatest consciousness scholars, proved that reality isn't fixed. It is malleable and responds directly to your mental field. But if your mind is tuned to the wrong frequency, you will continue to attract the same difficulties, the same blocks, the same outcomes. This happens because your mind operates like a frequency transmitter. If you're programmed for scarcity, fear, or failure, no matter how much you try to change externally, your reality will merely mirror that inner state. And here lies the deadly trap. Most people try to change their external lives, not realizing that what truly needs to be transformed is on the inside. They try to get more money, find love, improve their health, but they remain stuck in the same mental pattern. It's like trying to change the image in a mirror without altering what is being reflected. Impossible. Now listen carefully, because here's the key to doubling your reality. You don't need to fight against what already exists. You just need to install a new code in your mind, and everything around you will begin to reorganize on its own. And there is a method for that. A centuries-old teaching, lost in time, that was rediscovered by Jacobo Grinberg and was hidden in a 1903 book. A simple set of words, repeated for 21 nights, can trigger an internal reprogramming process and double your reality. And now, you're about to discover exactly how this works. What you're about to learn isn't superstition. It isn't a mere motivational trick, it's science. Jacobo Grinberg, one of the most enigmatic researchers of the human mind, dedicated his life to studying consciousness and discovered something that challenges everything we know about reality. According to his theory of the neuronal field, the reality you perceive is not fixed, but a projection of your consciousness. Everything you experience is shaped by the way your mind interprets and interacts with that invisible field. But Grinberg wasn't the only one to notice this. In 1903, James Allen wrote a book containing a powerful secret, a secret that can reprogram your mind and make your reality bend to your command. The central idea of this teaching is that your thoughts are not mere random electrical impulses, but creative forces that determine what you experience in life. And here's the most surprising detail. There is a specific way to activate this mental reprogramming. The repetition of certain words, in the correct mental state, has the power to penetrate your subconscious and alter the structure of what you perceive as real. And if this is done for 21 consecutive nights, the results can be irreversible. Now that you understand the scientific basis behind this secret, let's reveal exactly how to apply it to transform your life. If you've tried to change your life and failed, know that the problem isn't your willpower. It's the hidden programming of your mind. Most people don't realize it, but your subconscious mind operates like a recorder. Everything you repeatedly think becomes a command for your reality. If you say every day, "Life is hard, money is scarce, I am not good enough," your mind accepts it as truth and makes your reality match those beliefs. Now imagine what would happen if you replace those thoughts with affirmations of power and abundance. That's exactly what the 21-night practice does. It installs a new code in your subconscious. Science behind repetition. Neuroscientists have discovered that repetition creates new neural pathways in the brain. Our brain is plastic, meaning it can be molded and reconfigured over time. When we constantly repeat something, we strengthen the connections between neurons, turning a simple thought into a deeply rooted belief. Jacobo Grinberg studied this phenomenon by observing shamans and their practices of altering consciousness. He noticed that the brain can be trained to perceive reality differently, and that this shift in perception directly affects what we experience. This aligns with what was taught in the 1903 book, "Your Thoughts Are Seeds that when planted repeatedly germinate and create your reality." Subconscious programming and reality. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. Everything you feed it with intensity and repetition manifests in the physical world. That's why many people live the same repetitive patterns. They are simply recreating what was imprinted in their minds since childhood. If someone grew up hearing that money is hard to earn, that happiness is fleeting, or that success is for the few, that belief becomes an internal block. But just as it was programmed one day, that block can be erased and replaced. And the key to that, repetition with emotion. Why 21 nights? Studies on habits indicate that it takes at least 21 days to create a new neural connection strong enough to replace old patterns. When you repeat a powerful phrase for 21 nights, especially before sleeping, your subconscious mind absorbs this new programming without resistance. This happens because at that moment, the brain enters the hypnagogic state, a phase between wakefulness and sleep where it is highly suggestible. And here's the most important detail. Repetition isn't just about saying words. They need to be felt, lived internally. If you do it correctly, you'll be installing a new pattern in your mind, a pattern that will inevitably double your reality. If you could alter your perception of reality, would the world around you change? The answer is yes. And Jacobo Grinberg proved it through his studies on consciousness and what he called the neuronal field. The central idea of this theory is simple and revolutionary. Reality is not fixed. What you perceive as real is just a projection of your inner state. Your external world mirrors what's happening inside you. If your mind is stuck in patterns of scarcity, fear, and limitation, your reality will manifest exactly those conditions. But if you change your internal frequency, your perception shifts, and consequently, your reality changes too. And that is where the power of the 21-night practice becomes incredibly potent. The mind as a frequency transmitter. Think of your mind as a radio. If you tune into a frequency of scarcity, all you will perceive around you are difficulties, lack, and obstacles. But if you adjust your frequency to abundance, you will start noticing opportunities, solutions, and new paths. Jacobo Grinberg discovered that our consciousness isn't confined to the brain. It's part of a larger field that constantly interacts with external reality. This means that your mind has the power to alter the very structure of what you experience. But here's the problem. Most people are stuck on an unconscious frequency. They absorb limiting beliefs from childhood, and this programming creates an invisible block that prevents any change. The good news? That frequency can be changed. Vibrational reprogramming with the 21-night prayer. Every thought and word you emit carries a vibration, and that vibration directly influences the field around you. When you repeat a powerful affirmation every night, you are, in effect, recalibrating your internal frequency. You are sending a new command to your mind and to the universe. But be warned, it's not enough to simply say the words mechanically. The true secret lies in the emotion. You need to feel that these words are real, as if they already were your truth. If you do it correctly, you'll begin to notice signs of change around you. Small coincidences, unexpected opportunities emerging out of nowhere, the right people showing up at the exact moment. This isn't magic, it's the science of consciousness in action. The danger of the wrong frequency. Now, here's a warning. Just as you can reprogram your mind to attract abundance, you can inadvertently reinforce a negative frequency. If you go to sleep every night worried, complaining, or thinking about problems, you're programming your mind to remain in scarcity. Your subconscious absorbs that vibration and manifests more of the same reality. That's why the 21-night practice is so powerful. It breaks the negative cycle and installs a new energetic pattern, adjusting your frequency to attract what you truly desire. Now that you understand how your frequency determines your reality, let's delve into the hidden code within scriptures and the 1903 book that has kept this secret for over a century. Long before modern science confirmed the impact of the mind on reality, this secret was already hidden in scriptures and ancient texts. The 1903 book, much like the book of Proverbs, contains a powerful code about how thoughts shape each individual's destiny. This code reveals that our thoughts are not just fleeting mental impulses, but seeds sown in the fertile field of the subconscious mind. And these seeds grow and manifest in reality. If you plant thoughts of fear, scarcity, and doubt, you will reap difficulties and limitations. But if you learn to sow empowering beliefs, you can completely transform your life. This concept was widely studied by Jacobo Grinberg, and is also present in James Allen's book, As a Man Thinketh, published in 1903. The title of the book comes from one of the most powerful verses in the book of Proverbs, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." Proverbs 23:7. This verse holds the key to creating reality. What you hold within becomes your external experience. The message lost in time. James Allen's book explores a principle that modern science is only now beginning to understand. Your thoughts determine your life. He asserts that the mind acts like a garden. If you don't plant the right seeds, weeds will automatically grow. The problem is that most people are unaware of what they're cultivating. They let their minds be dominated by worries, negativity, and destructive beliefs. And then they wonder why their lives remain stagnant. A century later, Jacobo Grinberg reached the same conclusion. Consciousness projects reality. His theory of the neuronal field explains that the world we perceive is just a reflection of the mental structure we carry. And here's the most powerful detail: the pattern of your mind can be changed. But for that to happen, a specific method is required, one that combines repetition, emotional state, and subconscious reprogramming. This technique was hidden in the 1903 book and in the teachings of Proverbs, the 21-night prayer. The prayer as a reprogramming code. Unlike a simple plea, this practice works as an internal realignment. Repeating the prayer for 21 nights is not an external request to the universe, but an internal command to the subconscious. It's as if you were rewriting your mind's source code. And when your mind accepts this new pattern as truth, reality begins to bend to accommodate it. Now that you understand the hidden code, let's move to the most important part: how to put this technique into practice. Now that you grasp the power of the mind and the secret behind this teaching, the most crucial moment has arrived: how to correctly apply this technique to transform your reality. This practice isn't merely about repeating words, it's a reprogramming code that must be followed precisely to generate deep changes. The 21-night prayer involves 3 fundamental steps: preparing the mind, conscious repetition, and detachment from the outcome. If any of these steps are neglected, the process may lose its strength and fail to produce the desired results. The first step is preparing the mind, essential for your subconscious to absorb the new programming. The most powerful moment for this is before sleeping, as at that time the brain enters the hypnagogic state, where the conscious mind relaxes and the subconscious becomes highly suggestible. To enhance this effect, disconnect from distractions like social media or negative news for at least 30 minutes before bed. Then, take 5 deep breaths to calm your nervous system and visualize that this practice will reprogram your mind and double your reality. This preparation creates an environment conducive to a real impact from the reprogramming. The second step is the conscious repetition of the prayer. This is the central point of the technique and must be performed with emotion and conviction. The 21-night prayer must be felt, not just mechanically recited. The words you will use are, "My mind shapes my reality. I think only thoughts aligned with truth, peace, and abundance. Everything I desire is already on its way to me. I trust, I receive, I am." To amplify the effects, repeat this phrase 6 times aloud or mentally. Feel the truth of these words as if they were already happening, and visualize your life changing. See doors opening, opportunities emerging, reality molding itself to this new frequency. If you want to further amplify the power of the prayer, hold your breath for 3 seconds after each repetition. This detail creates an even greater impact on the subconscious. The third step, and perhaps the most challenging, is detachment from the outcome. This is the final secret that makes the technique work. After repeating the prayer, you need to release the energy. Do not doubt, do not worry, do not force results. The greatest trap that hinders manifestation is an excessive attachment to the desire. If you become desperate or fear that nothing will happen, you send out a vibration of scarcity to the universe. Instead, trust fully in the process. After the prayer, mentally say, "I release all fear and doubt, for my heart is steadfast and strong." Then, simply sleep. Your subconscious will work to manifest this new reality without you having to do anything except allow the process to unfold. In the first few days, you might not notice immediate changes, but as you progress through the 21 nights, you will start to see clear signs of transformation. Small coincidences will begin to appear, unexpected opportunities will emerge, and a sense of inner clarity will take hold. This happens because when you change your internal frequency, reality must reorganize itself to reflect this new vibration. The universe always responds to the energy you emit. Now the challenge is set. Follow this practice for 21 nights and watch your reality double before your eyes. If you've read this far, you already know that your mind has the power to double your reality. But knowledge without action does not create transformation. The only way to prove to yourself that this works is by applying the technique. Now the challenge stands: 21 nights to reprogram your mind and transform your life. Tonight, before going to sleep, start the practice. Disconnect from the outside world, enter a state of relaxation, and repeat the prayer. My mind shapes my reality. I think only thoughts aligned with truth, peace, and abundance. Everything I desire is already on its way to me. I trust, I receive, I am. Feel every word as if it were already real. Visualize the life you desire, and when finished, let go of the desire, fully trusting the process. In the first days, your mind might resist. You may feel doubts or not notice immediate changes, but keep going. Reprogramming happens gradually, and before you know it, small signs will start to appear. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will begin to manifest. The right people will cross your path. Reality will begin to reorganize according to your new mental pattern. If you accept this challenge, write in the comments, "I commit to the 21 nights." Declare your intention and strengthen that decision. And if you want to take it a step further, come back in the next few days and share what is happening. Small changes, big transformations. The universe responds to those who truly apply this knowledge. The choice is now in your hands. You can continue living as you always have, or you can try this method and experience your own reality bending before you. What do you decide?